Herschel Gibbs and Graham Smith, the captain in particular. Well, I can tell you as of yesterday, in the second test at Lords, South Africa having bowled England out, I think, for 170 odd in their first innings, South Africa had notched up a huge total. Graham Smith on 188 not out on his way to his second consecutive double ton.
I think he's done it already.
Has he surpassed 200 again?
I think he's got a double 100. I think it's 250 the last time I looked at the screen.
Well, that would be brilliant. Gary Kirsten, I know yesterday was an 84. Do you know if he managed to get to 100, Ray?
No idea.
And Herschel Gibbs, of course, yesterday afternoon at that time was the only batsman who had perished. He had scored 49. And Graham Smith in the process, after all the criticism levied at him after the furor of the World Cup, you might remember Sean Pollock was axed as captain. Graham Smith was appointed as the new captain of the Proteas. He has now become the fastest scoring test batsman for 1,000 runs in the history of South African cricket. So that is really an awesome achievement. And today, if he continues to bat with such splendor, he might surpass the previous record that he set last week of 276, the highest score in a test by South African batsmen.
Which is brilliant considering the burdens of captaincy as well.
Absolutely. So well done to Graham Smith and the boys. They seem to be getting it together in the test matches. And it's good to see Gary Kirsten back amongst the runs. Gaza is certainly a brilliant, brilliant batsman. Right now, though, it's time for Not the 8:45 News.
Not the 8:45 News is brought to you by Nalli's Silk Saris in the Phoenix Plaza and the Chatsworth Centre. Nalli's, where women have their choice.
Stop whatever you're doing right now. Look at your radio. In the next 5 seconds, you will see colourful saris floating around. See it? You can't? Of course you can't. To see the best selection of Kanchipuram, Banaras, Shararas, bridals and prayer saris, come to Nalli Silk Saris with branches at Phoenix Plaza and Chatsworth Centre. Stop staring at the radio. Come experience great service and international quality at Nalli Silk Saris, where women have their choice.
It's a little after 8:30, and as the name suggests, it's time for South Africa's #1 news show, Not the 8:45 News. The show that brought the Bollywood comedian Johnny Lever to South Africa this week for the shooting of Lahu Prasad Yadav.
Featuring reports from our international team of journalists, including those based in Bridgebank, Bridgemead, Bridgetown, Bridgevale, Bridgemanville, Bridgeton, Bridge Hills and Nanoti.
And presented as usual by the men that women love to hate, myself, Vikash Mathura.
And Ray Miraj. Good morning.
Good morning, but first as usual, a word from our chief sponsors for the morning news.
Janjat.
And it's on to our top story. Saddam Hussein has appeared on Iraqi television this week to quell the rumors of his death. To prove that the appearance was not pre-recorded, Saddam Hussein stated that he watched the last Springbok rugby match and that the Springboks played worse than camel dung. The United Kingdom and the United States government officials have dismissed the report, saying it could have happened any time over the last 4 years.
Breaking news next of a new type of crime hitting South Africa. Last night, 3 Pretoria men were attacked and forced to the ground. The attacker then pushed an object into the pockets of the victims and made his escape. Police spokesperson Director Bala Naidu.
Yes, I can confirm that this is a terrible new crime being inflicted on the citizens of this country. The attackers are using force to put tickets to the next Springbok rugby game in the pockets of helpless victims. We are warning the public to please be careful, as these people are desperate to get rid of their tickets and will stop at nothing.
And we'll be back after a visit to the marketplace.
Dhanya Karela Methi Bhaji. Bring your Aja and your Aji. Tomatoes, potatoes and half-ripe berries available only at quarter price from Harry's. And this week's specials, everybody, we got back to school bargains. That's right, Saris and her Bauji have just come back from India. That's why they call them the bag aunties. It's her Jethani's big daughter's wedding next month, and they went to buy wedding saris and all, and they brought back low-price books and pens and lots of other things. So don't forget, only while stocks last, we got bargain prices on all back-to-school items only at my stall at the Cleveland Market and Harry Potter's fruit and vegetable order of the Phoenix shop. And don't forget, my motto, prices may go up and prices may go down, but paper remains stationary. So don't forget everybody, dhanya karela methi bhaji, bring your aja and your aji.
We're back.
News just in now. News from America, where there was an attempt at a very strange record. Baseball fans at a minor league game in Charleston, South Carolina, set a record by staying absolutely quiet for 5 straight innings. The record, though, has been disputed by authorities in England. They say that Liverpool fans have been sitting absolutely quiet for over 4 years now.
The American tabloids are reporting that tennis legends Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf have already started teaching their 20-month-old son to play tennis. He started receiving coaching from his parents just 2 months ago. And yesterday, he beat Anna Konikova in straight sets. And we'll be back after this commercial break.
Vanakkam everybody, Uncle Bala here. For the very first time in South Africa and exclusive to Harry's Bioscopes, we got Harry's cinema films specially produced for senior citizens.
Uncle Peru here. We have high-quality productions for the more mature audiences for the first time on the big screen.
That's right, South Africa's production of James Bond movies starring your very own Uncle Peru and Uncles Bala as James Bond.
In Bioscope number 1, Never Say Never Again thanks to Viagra.
In Bioscope number 2, Dr. No Bladder Control.
Grumpy Old Spice in cinema number 3.
In Bioscope number 4, we got Hey Thambi, Where's My Aston Martin?
In Bioscope number 5, From Aryan Benevolent Home with Love.
In Bioscope number 6, starring Uncle Bala as James Bond in For Your Good Eye Only.
In Bioscope number 7, On Her Majesty's Welfare Grant.
In Bioscope number 8, Lawn Raker.
The Bond twins with their wives in The Men with the Golden Gears in Bioscope number 9.
And finally, in Bioscope number 10, License to Kill Time.
My name is Peru, Uncle Peru.
You have an uncle in the bioscope business, Harry Mama, Harry Mama.
Nice like that.
We're back.
News just in now. Finally, in Wales, organizers are looking for Santas from around the world to enter the first Santa Olympics to be held this Christmas. Our reporter was at the audition and recorded the following.
Well, the runners are lining up for the start of the 100-meter dash. Well, don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the finish of the race.
And here we have the favorite for today's sliding down the chimney competition. And he is, of course, the Santa from Ethiopia.
And that's the end of the news for this week.
So until next Saturday,
Or the 9th of August.
whichever comes first,
Goodbye.
goodbye.
Hey, come here, you. I don't mind you telling everybody about the stationery, but why you told them that we went for my Jetani's big Bhauji's daughter's wedding next month to go and buy clothes? Now you know my Nanad in Devon is going to ask me for a free sari. Come here, you.
Not the 8:45 news was brought to you by Nully's Silk Saris in the Phoenix Plaza and Chatswood Centre. Nully's, where women have
To be making a return after a fairly long hiatus from playback singing. She's singing together with Shantanu in the soundtrack of Kuch Na Kaho, a movie that features Abhishek Bachchan and Aishwarya Rai. It's going to be great to see them on screen together. At 12 and a half minutes to 9, cryptic clue now in General Knowledge Solutions, Ray.
Yeah, just before that, just to confirm the close of play scores in England, Graham Smith was on 214 not out. Gary Kirsten was bowled by McGraw for 108 runs, but Deepana not out for 11, and Herschel Gibbs was bowled by Harrison for 49. So the score at Stumps yesterday, 412 for 2 wickets.
Wow, Graham Smith's really, really on fire.
Right, your GK question was, what was the name of the actor who first played Othello, King Lear and the others? And his response is?
He reckoned the actor would have to have been Professor Pyarelal.
Why?
He says, and I quote, he says, I mean, where else did he acquire his vast knowledge of English?
Ah, absolutely. Brilliant answer. But the answer we were looking for is Richard Burbage. Richard Burbage. Correct answers from Robbie Governor of Durban, Tabi Lakan of La Mercy, Mr. SV Radio from Zinto, and Praveen Sham of...
With the surname like Burbage,
Yeah.
every time you say that surname, you feel like you want to say, excuse me.
Yeah, that's true. And your cryptic clue, preparing dramatic takeover like idle pupil, one word, 13 letters. Your answer is understudying. Understudying. Nobody managed to crack that, and in fact, Praveen Sham was livid. He says, this early in the morning, you're asking for a 13-word answer. So I'm not going to apologize. In fact, tomorrow is going to be a 15-word question at 7 o'clock in the morning.
15-letter word.
15-letter word. Now, your questions for the next hour. Firstly, your general knowledge question. When Vesuvius erupted on the 24th of August in the year 79 AD, 2 Roman towns were destroyed. In fact, Tabi says there were 3 Roman towns that were destroyed. One was Pompeii. What was the other, or in fact, what were the other 2 towns that were destroyed by Mount Vesuvius on the 24th of August, 79 AD? And your cryptic clue, after second small scotch, the skill is to appear steady. After second small scotch, the skill is to appear steady. Your answer, Praveen, and this time I'm being very, very generous with the listeners, has only 10 words. After second
10
small,
letters.
10 letters. After second small scotch, the skill is to appear steady. 1 word, 10 letters. Call us now, 089-310-8789. And talking of scotch, on the line...
I have a strange suspicion that even Porky will come through with an attempt for the cryptic clue.
Yeah, after second small scotch, the skill is to appear steady. And this is a skill that certainly this gentleman has mastered.
1 word, 10 letters.
Yeah, that's right. Tabi Lakan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ray. Morning, Vikash. How's it, guys?
Good, Tavi. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Okay, now we're looking at the Pick 6 today. Big meeting. The 4th race is the Serious Progress Plate over 1,600 meters. How do you see this race? Tabi, the favorite bullet, race over?
Yeah, back over a mile. I think it's going to take a lot of beating. I think it's take a good one to beat this. And if you beat it, you're not going to find it could be any one of 4, 5, 6, or 7. But I think it's a special over a mile.
Lots of money yesterday, I believe, for Purple Place.
Yeah, Crawford and Form must have a chance. Got to have a big chance, but got to beat Blue Bullet. This is special, I think.
Okay, and we had confirmation from Satch, who says that horse is owned by his cousin, and his cousin says that horse has an excellent chance today.
Got to listen to your cousin.
Yeah. Okay, in race 5, this is a merit-rated 90 handicap C division over 3,000 meters. Well, to me, it looks like the top 3 in the race, Tabi.
It's hard to make the 3,000 meters. I think it's a boat race, 1 and 2. It's hard to make a boat race in a 3,000 meter race, but I mean, the others are just so poor. I mean, you've got a 1 and 2, and then you've got half a runner in 5.
Yeah, personally, I don't like the 3. I don't believe it's course-suited.
Yeah, I don't like the either.
So you're just going with the 1 and 2 in the 5th race. That's Power of Protest and Regal Jewel. On to the 6th race, which is the Umgeni handicap, a listed event of 1,000 meters. Your favorite Trance that has been claimed already. Excellent chance?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried because it's blowing an absolute gale.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure whether I think it's a tailwind, not a headwind.
I haven't got confirmation of that.
It's coming from the south, so it could be tailwind. In that case, I think 1 would be very, very hard to beat.
Uh-huh. And
I'll make a big run at in 9, 8, and 6.
9, that's Glistening, Sunset Glow, and the 6 will be Field Marshal.
Yeah, a couple outsiders there, 9 and 8.
Okay, going on to the 7th race, which is the main event, the Canon Gold Cup. We spoke to Dees Dianand earlier. We spoke to the owner of Oratory, that's Satch Mathan. The stable is supremely confident about its chances. How do you see the race?
Yeah, I've got to echo both their sentiments. I think Oratory is going to take a lot of beating. It looks like a 2 horse race, 2 and 3. They're the decent horses. They're the form horses. And I think they're going to fight it out with 4 and 5 that stay all day of your possible dangers. And Northern Dignity, a little bit outclassed, but got to respect Canada and Brad, and I think that's your 5 runners.
Okay, I haven't given my top 4 selections for the race. My selections are as follows. So first I'm going with number 3, Oratory. For second place, I'm going with number 5, Highland Knight. For third place, number 7, Northern Dignity. And for fourth place, I'm going with Lotus FM's favorite, Alma. who's I think a psychic that appears on the radio station. Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, we're going on to the 8th races now, which is the gold bracelet, the grade 2 event over 2,000 meters. A very open look about it, Tubby.
Well, I've always dreamed of an hour in the shower with Anna, so I'm going to go at number 4, Kornikova. From 2, African Grey.
You don't think the betting, the jockey engagement on African Grey is significant?
It is very significant. The fact that he's left the one, but you've seen Anna Kornikova. I mean, this is a different class. She's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going 4, 2, 11, 6 and 7. Don't leave out 11. There's a nice little roughie for you.
Toti's Treasure. I've had a few ran on this, the last 2 runs. And then finally, this is the final leg of the Pick 6, the KZN Chapter Challenge, 2,000 over 2,000 meters. My fancy is Centuriator, loves the course. It's got Robbie Fred up, because last time Sloan destroyed and lost by just over a length.
I made that my second choice. I went with Forest Fort, 1, 5, and then 2 and 3.
Yeah, well, these was fairly confident about the chances of the pick as well. And your thoughts on Germany on in the last race? Satch, the owner of the horse, is very confident, says for the get-out stakes, a good bet.
I don't know about a good bet. I think it's going to be a good horse in 6 months' time. Too soon from a maiden to come out and take on horses, the experienced horses. And I put him in 3rd place. I went 2, 4, 11, 5.
Okay, that's double back Aspen Lights. Then Germany on, and
yeah, they're 8 to 1 chances, and then the favourite Germany on.
Okay, Tubby, thank you so much once again.
Thanks very much, guys.
Have a great day. And have you quite recovered from your illness?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, all the best to you,
Thank you
Tubby.
very much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Right, 4.5 minutes now to the news at 9 o'clock. Shona Chetty wraps up your local and international happenings. Thereafter, we've got Uncle Spedo and Bala at 9:15. At 9:30, thereabouts, we're giving away tickets to the Digimax National Women's Day Carnival. That's at the Kingsmead Cricket Stadium in Durban next Saturday, the 9th of August. Remember, it starts at 2 o'clock. Loads of entertainment. Kavali groups, Chutney, Nagara. There's the Sarafina dancers. There's also Mr. Biggs who'll be joining us. We've got Saraswati Shahnaz, the Tansanipal Show Band, the Uncle Spedo and Bala, Dolia Mosi, Pukni Mosa. 10 Rand unreserved, 30 Rand for reserved seats. It's going to be a brilliant day. And don't forget to bring a little extra change, because we're going to send collection boxes around for the KwaZulu-Natal blind cricket team, who will be practicing on the day, and they're raising funds. Is this to go off to the World Cup, Ray?
No, this is to the national competition in Bloemfontein in September.
So it still is a very worthy cause. Let's support them all the way.
And don't forget the ABH fair on this weekend, and tonight the special stars are Dilkash.
That's the Orient Benevolent Home Fairs. It's the ABH annual fair. And that's at the Chatsworth Stadium, right?
That's right.
So there we go, another huge event in Chatsworth this weekend. The ABH Fair, go along. It's an absolute ball. And an annual event that really is well supported by the locals in Chatsworth in particular, and for a very worthy cause again.
Okay, Vikash, I've got some cinema tickets to give away, and I've got a little brain teaser.
Now, you love these, don't you?
Yeah, and I'm going to read this question out. Call us very quickly, because we've got just 3 minutes before the news. Here's the question. Once upon a time, in a village, there was a lion that started troubling the villagers. Now, being frustrated because of the lion, people decided to take some action. They decided that after 6 o'clock in the evening, everybody will return home and lock the doors from the inside. The trick worked for a while. The lion came to the village and found nobody and nothing. The second day also it came and saw the same thing everywhere. Closed doors, not a soul around. This happened for 3 nights. Then finally, one night, the frustrated lion comes back and locks all the doors from the outside and goes back into the Indian forest. Now we want you to suggest a title for this story. And I'll give you a clue. It is the name of a detective.
Really? That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go to the lines. We've got one set of 2 tickets to give away, courtesy of Kennicall. Lotus, good morning. Lotus, good morning.
Back to the lines. Lotus, good morning. Back to the lines. Lotus, good morning.
Morning, is it Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, it is. Who is
Yes,
this?
it is.
Mohammed?
Mohammed. What gave it away? Did I say, because I said
Locking of the doors.
Did I say
And the wood?
Did I say detective, or because I said it was the Indian forest?
Oh, it was detective.
The detective. So the Sherlock Holmes. Brilliant, Mohammed. You've won 2 tickets courtesy of Kennicall. Stay on the line. We'll get your details.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Mohammed from this, from where's he? From Durban.
It's a pinger.
It's a pinger. Mohammed, you want to say hi quickly to your family and friends?
To everybody that's listening in, have a nice day. It's nice and cold in Durban.
Brilliant day to be indoors, isn't it?
That's right. With
There we
coffee.
go. With some tita tarkari. All right. Well, you stick around. Sanj will have a few private moments with you. It's a minute to 9. Just to tell you what's happening during the rest of today on Lotus FM. Rakesh has got your favorite songs between 10 and 1 o'clock. From 1 to 4, Varshan Sikh is counting down the top 20 hits from Bollywood. 4 to 8 o'clock, O'Neill is on a solo today, I think, because Nishanta is still incommunicado in Gauteng. And then from 8 to midnight, your favorite party music on Lotus FM, and that's with Manic Thor. So there we go. Shona Chetty is ready to wrap up the morning news.
Just before that, I've got an SMS here from a listener in Verulam. It says, he asks if they get this show in Verulam.
Say that, I've missed that.
The SMS come in and it says, Ray, do the guys in Verulam get this show? And I say, my response to that, Vikash, is, yeah, they certainly can listen to the show, but
I don't know if they get the show.
I don't know whether they get the show.
Yeah. But just remember, guys who are listening to us from Verulam, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
That's right. You know, yeah, we empathize.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll be back.
Shona Chetty is wrapping up the morning news on Lotus FM's Weekend Liftoff.
This news bulletin is brought to you with the compliments of the Chatsworth Centre.
Looking for an upmarket shopping experience with a difference? You'll find it at the center of the action, Chatsworth Centre. With more than 150 stores to engage your interests, plus cinemas and restaurants, Chatsworth Centre offers you the latest fashion and accessories, as well as groceries, furniture and more. With so much to see and do, it's no wonder it's been the focal point for the community for the last 10 years. Open every day with loads of free parking. Chatsworth Centre, the heart of Chatsworth.
Good morning. Russian rescue workers are racing to retrieve survivors from the rubble of a hospital near Chechnya following a terrorist attack. The confirmed death toll stands at 35, with 150 people wounded. Attackers reportedly drove a truck laden with explosives through the gate of the hospital at Mozdok near the Chechen border and then detonated it. The BBC's Sarah Rainsford.
They're picking through the rubble here by hand, rescue workers sifting through the smouldering remains of Mozdok Military Hospital. Speed is crucial, so they form human chains to move mountains of shattered concrete. Witnesses say the hospital collapsed like a house of cards. Most of the dead and injured are Russian soldiers, here to receive treatment after service in Chechnya. Extra help has been flown in from Moscow, more emergency workers to assist with the search, and vital medical supplies. In Mozdok itself, local people have been called on to donate blood.
West African officials are to meet Liberian President Charles Taylor in Monrovia today to press him to step down. This comes after the United Nations last night approved a multinational force to keep order after Taylor leaves. The UN Security Council resolution authorizes a multinational force comprising troops from regional body ECOWAS to remain in Liberia for 2 months. It will then be replaced by a UN peacekeeping force by no later than October 1st. The ECOWAS delegates in Monrovia are to deliver a message from West African heads of state that Taylor leave the country by this Thursday. Taylor is an indicated war crime suspect and is blamed for 14 years of conflict in the region. Two 17-year-old boys in the U.S. have been arrested and charged with a hate crime after they set a cross ablaze outside an Islamic school and mosque in the East Coast state of Maryland. The cross was set ablaze outside the Dar es Salaam Mosque and Al-Huda School in the town of College Park last month. If convicted, the teens face up to 3 years in prison and a fine. There have been a number of attacks on Muslims in the U.S. since the September 11th terror attacks in 2001. Western Cape Community Safety Minister Leonard Ramatlakane says the arrest of several people during police raids in Khayelitsha, Hanover Park and Sea Point last night is evident that police are serious about making the lives of criminals unbearable. Ramatlakane and two of his provincial counterparts, as well as National Police Commissioner Jackie Salebi, accompanied the police on the raids. Ramatlakane says the police are attempting to uproot organized crime.
We will see this more and more. Western Cape crime must be neutralized. We must see stability in the Western Cape so that people can enjoy peace of mind like any other province. This is the continuation, therefore, of the process of making sure that we actually do what we were said to the people of the Western Cape will do.
Meanwhile, Salebi has also promised that police resources in the Western Cape would be beefed up.
Between today and 2005, the police in the Western Cape will be increased by over 4,000 continuously whilst we are using people from outside. Some up. Yeah. 900. At regular intervals, there will be additional police that are trained that come to the Western Cape, who essentially will be replacing any of the people that come from outside.
And finally, a 50-year-old costume emblazoned with a giant S on the chest worn by television's original Superman has been sold in Los Angeles for almost $130,000. That's about 1 million rand. The red and blue wool and polyester outfit was worn by actor George Reeves, who played the Man of Steel in the first small-screen version of Superman.
I'm just watching. I think this is Sky News, right? And one of the comments made were about England's disastrous batting performance against South Africa in that test at Lords, which is supposed to be the number one cricketing venue in the world, and a stadium attached with so much of history regarding the heritage and the culture of English cricket. And to be annihilated by South Africa in the way they're being annihilated at the moment is really a cause for concern. And one of the Sky News commentators said, can you imagine all of this in the absence of Jacques Kallis, who hasn't even played in the first two tests? And Kallis, by the way, of course, his father passed away a week ago, and that's the reason he's missed the first two tests. But apparently he's returning to England on Tuesday next week, and he should be part of the remainder of the fixtures there.
That's great news for the team, and I'm sure England are not hiding to nothing with this particular game.
Yep, there we go. Talking about hidings to nothing, if you're not at the Kingsmead Cricket Stadium to see Uncle Spero and Bala next week, your loss. It's going to be an absolutely awesome event and a brand new event as well. I'm sure the uncles are excited.
Billing.
You know, it's for some reason I believe Doliamus like she should be treated like Britney Spears.
She's a bigger star than the uncles.
Yeah, that's true. And that could create a bit of politics backstage. You know how these events can turn out, right?
Good, but, well, Pukni is a fairly quiet, so he'll mediate and try to match right.
That's right. I can't say with conviction that Dahlia is not too fair.
She's not too fair?
No.
I know that.
All right, so it's going to be an absolutely awesome event, the premiere of the brand new show next Saturday at Kingsmead Cricket Stadium. We give away tickets to it later on. But right now, though, at almost 9:15, it's time to welcome the uncles, Peru and Bala.
The Uncles, Peru and Bala is brought to you with the compliments of SK Naidus of Chatswood Centre and the Phoenix Plaza for top quality and affordable service.
SK Naidus invites you to experience grandeur with their latest range of saris at incredibly low prices. Printed peach skin and crepe silk saris from 40 Rand. Crushed silk and Italian silk embroidered Jardosi saris from 300 Rand. Gari and Gumapi kolam silk saris from 300 Rand. Latest Swarovski diamond silk embroidered saris 200 Rand. Printed Gauri type Russian bordered saris from 150 Rand. And silk bandhani gold checkered saris 250 Rand. Why pay more? Come see our genuine low prices on the widest range of saris at SK Naidus, Chatswood Centre and Phoenix Plaza.
So I'm going to say good morning to a very excited Uncle Peru in Durban. Vanakkam, Uncle Peru.
Vanakkam, Vikash. How are you, man?
I'm very well, thank you. You, I believe, have been in the midst of rehearsals for a new song the entire week.
I just want to say that the listeners and the people coming to the show are going to be having a surprise.
A surprise?
It's a new song, brand new song.
Would this be like the surprise that...
Now, what is this? What is the surprise? She said she forgot to take
Right, I heard you were gonna go right. I mean, how difficult to sing happy birthday?
Yeah, but to the tune of Baja Nagarakador.
Oh, Nagarakador.
To sing happy birthday to that tune now.
Yeah, yeah.
Window, right? And if any visitors come, you just say ding dong. Because we're so broke, what are we gonna do? So all the visitors come, 9 boys sees that ding dong.
I got into trouble yesterday.
What happened, man?
I went to buy a beard.
You went to buy a beard?
Yeah.
Oh, for the show, man.
I lost my beard.
What happened?
No, I lost my beard, right. Now I went in the big shopping center. Sowers told me, I said, Sowers, I want to go clean shaven and see the people in Durban, you know?
Right.
My dragon reckon, how come, go you? Pretty God, I came with my wife.
Right.
My 2 hours, I can't find her. What could have happened? Nice to ask, you know.
Right.
Security guard telling me he reckon Uncle Bala, you know, maybe she got kidnapped.
Oh, you.
Maybe she got involved in a terrible accident.
Oh, you.
Maybe she got mugged.
Oh, you.
Or maybe she's just shopping, you know.
Right.
I said, oh, yo, I hope she's not shopping. If I was there, she was standing behind me.
And I had a call yesterday on the phone at home.
Nice to get a call on the phone sometimes, you know.
Because the children never bother to phone the parents,
No, they don't
They
call.
forget us. Only when they need to borrow money or something, they'll phone us.
Yeah.
When my phone rang, I said, hello. They said hello too, right?
Nice to say hello when somebody says hello, you know.
That uncle's asking.
Doesn't
me,
take a genius to do that, you know.
No, shut up, man. But the uncle's asking, is that, excuse me, sir, is that 4444444? Now that is my number.
What he was asking?
Is that the phone number 444?
Yeah.
4444.
Nice to ask, you know.
Right, so I said, that is my number, because that is my phone number.
Right.
He said, oh, thank God. I said, why? He said, could you please call 911 for me? He said, my super glued my finger to the phone.
I got into trouble again yesterday morning.
You always get into
It was
trouble,
my
man.
dragon what to do. You know, her middle name is Trouble.
Right.
I mean, my middle name is Trouble.
You know, the people always say, don't take your troubles and worries to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but our wives still want to go to
They
bed.
still want to go in the bed. What we gonna do? I was standing, you know, we went by Randburg waterfront, you know.
Right.
So before we went to the mall, at the Savas wanted to buy 1-2 odds and ends, you know.
Right.
So we went Randburg waterfront. We waiting there at Savas. You go inside in the shop, see what you want to get, and I'll stand outside, you know.
Right.
Pero you won't believe what. When I'm standing alone, one good-looking woman came past me to die for, Peru. Long hair, beautiful body, lovely lipstick. She couldn't have been more than about 40, you know.
Right.
Now, our age, 40 is like prime, you know. As I'm standing, as she walked past me, I raised my hand to her, you know. I said, she was a white lady, right?
European lady, man.
European lady. I picked my hand up and I said, chance.
You said chance?
Yeah.
What that means now?
Wait, now she looked at me, right? I picked my hand up again, I said, chance. Again, she looked at me, I looked at her, she didn't say nothing. She walked past me, I picked my hand up again, I said, chance.
What is chance now, ma?
That's what she asked me. She said, uncle, you know, I know you're an Indian, aren't you? I said, yes, baby, I am. I mean, sister, I am, you know?
Right.
She said, but I always thought Indians said how.
Right.
You know, when they see something, they go, how.
Right.
I said, no, auntie, I know how. I just want chance. Sawaz was carrying the packets and coming out.
Oh,
he
you,
heard me.
you got caught, man. You heard Jewa died, man.
Jewa died?
Jewa died.
Oh, Mario, that's not nice. That's not nice like that.
Yeah,
How old was Jewa?
Let me tell you what happened, how he died, man. He was coming to my house the other day. And he came outside the house with his car. His brakes was not working.
Yeah.
He hit the pavement and the car flew in the air. He went through the sunroof.
He hit the pavement and the car flew where?
In the air.
In the air?
In the air it went.
Yeah.
Right. The car went in the pavement, the car went in the air.
Yeah.
He went through the sunroof. He was flying in the air.
Right.
And he smashed through my upstairs bedroom window.
Oh. How he died? He died like that?
No, he survived that.
Oh.
He didn't die. That didn't kill him, huh?
Yeah.
He landed where? In my upstairs bedroom.
Yeah, that's how he died.
No. Now he covered in broken glass on the floor.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I got the old antique wardrobe in my room now.
Right.
Now he's eight
I
now.
gave you that one.
You gave me now. He's holding the handle and trying to get up now.
that's how he died.
No, he tried to get up, holding the handle. The old wardrobe came crashing on him, breaking his bones.
Oh, that's how he died.
No, he survived that too, Ma.
Oh.
He managed to push the wardrobe out. He crawled out into the veranda.
Yeah.
And upstairs veranda now, right?
Right.
Now he's driving there. He went by the stairs now. He came by the banister. The banister broke and he fell down to the first floor.
Oh, Pedro, shame. That's how he died.
No, he didn't die yet. As he's falling, the broken banister poles were falling him and poking him and pinning him to the ground. They were sticking right through his body.
Oh, that's how he died.
No, he didn't die like that.
Oh.
He even survived that. Now he's on the downstairs floor just near the kitchen. He crawled into the kitchen. He put himself by the stove. And as he's reaching for the stove, a big pot of boiling water, whoosh, whole thing came down on him and bent his skin.
Don't tell me that's how he died.
No, he didn't die like that. He survived that.
Yeah.
Now he's lying on the ground covered in boiling water and he saw the phone.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to pull the phone to call for help.
Yeah.
But instead of pulling the phone, he put the light switch on.
Oh, you.
And he pulled the whole thing off the wall, and the water and electricity got mixed up and he got electrocuted.
Oh, that's how he died.
10,000 volts went through him, huh?
That's how he died.
No, he didn't die like that.
Oh.
I shot him.
Oh. Why?
He's breaking my whole house there, man. My whole house he was breaking. I took my gun and shot him and said, die, Jaywa.
You didn't die.
I said, die, Jaywa.
I was going home the other day. I went to visit how close me and my daughter is, you know?
Right.
What's my daughter's name?
Kanta.
Yeah, now Kanta and I went with Sawis to go visit Kanta, you know?
Nice to go, yeah.
Yeah. I was on the way to Kanta's house, you know? And suddenly I remembered, Pedro. I forgot something.
Right. What you forgot, ma?
I forgot. How I'm going to tell you? No, I was telling you now. I'm going by our house, right? I remembered that. I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking twice. I said, Bala, you definitely forgot something, you know?
You got like a sixth sense now, like you forgot something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling in my pockets. I'm searching my packets. You know, I had some groceries in my packet. I'm looking inside to see what I forgot.
Right.
Hey, then I said, no, I got everything. You know, I walked a little bit more towards Kanta's house in the driveway.
Right.
I stopped again, Peru. I remembered I forgot again.
What you forgot, man?
Hey, I'm putting my hand in my pockets. I know something I forgot. I can feel it in my pockets. Everything is there. Feeling in the packets for the groceries.
Right.
Everything is there. Hey, I said, what I could have forgotten? My age, you know?
Right.
Hey, anyway, that feeling was still, I wasn't so comfortable. I reached Kanta's house. Kanta ran outside. Hey, she was about to hug me and she stopped.
Why she stopped, ma?
She reckoned, Dada, where's mommy? I forgot I was by the house. I locked her inside.
Okay, vanakkam, man.
Okay, Peru, vanakkam, ma.
See you next week.
Next week.
And the Uncles, Pedro and Bolo was brought to you with the compliments of SK Nighties of the Chatswood Centre and the Phoenix Plaza for top quality and affordable prices.
Lotus FM.
It's the biggest sale you've been waiting for. The Jayshree Riva's first anniversary sale at the Amshlanga Crescent is now on. Save up to 50% on gorgeous Gararas, ravishing Punjabis, embroidered saris and printed crepe silk saris. All marked down at unbelievably low prices. Get the latest fashion at real sale prices. Hurry! Don't miss the Jayshree Riva's first anniversary sale at the Amshlanga Crescent branch. You miss it, you miss out. And don't forget Lakshmi Puja and Raksha Bandhan soon.
Perfect potatoes, tasty tomatoes, magical mushrooms. That's what Fruit and Veg City offers to warm your heart this winter. It's carnival time again, so roll up to low prices, super savings, and 7 days of absolute madness. From the 28th of July, the Fruit and Veg City Carnival comes to your town with the freshest fruit and veg imaginable. Fruit and Veg City, it's winter carnival time.
So on the 23rd of January 1989, I had to go to the hospital to have my tonsils removed. Oh man, my whole body was sore. I couldn't move, I couldn't talk, I couldn't eat.
Next.
Where was I?
No, something about tonsils.
So the next day, right before they start the operation, okay, I see this huge needle. Now, I'm scared of needles. Did I tell you that? That's where I just pass out on
Avoid the long lines and the hassles by paying your TV license online. Visit www.tvlic.co.za anytime. Pay your TV license. It's the right thing to do.
Hey there, I'm Vikash reminding you about the Digimax National Women's Day Carnival at the Kingsmead Cricket Stadium on Saturday the 9th of August from 2 p.m. It's the biggest 10-hour extravaganza to hit Durban this year. There's comedy, chutney, classical, the Tanzani for show band, and the Uncles Peru and Bala. Tickets at 10 Rand and 30 Rand reserved from Golden Jewelers, Maharaja's Prayer Goods, and Memsab. The Digimax National Women's Day Carnival, brought to you by AA Video and Install Collections. There we go. So we're giving away tickets now to the Digimax National Women's Day Carnival. And just before we do that, the song we played a short while ago featured Kamal Khan together with Alka Yagnik and a host of popular names like Kumar Sanu making the chorus. Kahi Pyar Na Ho Jaye. Kamal Khan, by the way, Ray, rumored, may be coming to South Africa with Salman Khan, and that'll be an awesome treat.
Okay, you obviously know stuff that we don't know in Durban.
Well, usually I know stuff about Lotus FM that you don't know in Durban.
That's so true.
All right, but right now, though, it's one of the exciting parts of the show because we get to listen to the caliber of questions that Ray will be posing in order for us to give away these tickets for the Digimax National Women's Day Carnival next Saturday at Kingsmead Stadium in Durban. We've got 4 sets of double tickets to be given away.
Or 2 sets of 4 tickets to give away.
2 sets of 4 tickets, 4 sets of double. Well, all right.
Let's do it this way. We'll give 2 sets of 4 tickets, then we can get 2 families to come along.
That sounds decent.
So let's go to the lines. Call us now, 089-310-8789. If you want to win 2 sets of 4 tickets each to the Digimax National Women's Day Carnival at the Kingsmead Stadium on the 9th of August.
Now, how many questions will they have to answer, Ray?
Just one question. The questions are very basic this morning.
Right. So we're going to take your calls right now, 089-310-8789. Ideally, we'd like you to be in KwaZulu-Natal because the carnival, the festival, is going to be hosted at Kingsmead Cricket Stadium in Durban. Let's take your calls. Lotus, good morning. Hi, who are we speaking with?
Chennai.
Chennai, which part of Durban are you in?
I'm in Phoenix.
In Phoenix, that's good enough. Hang on a sec, here comes your question, Chennai.
Right, name one of the music groups featured on the program.
The music group.
That's right.
Saraswati Shenas.
Congratulations, you've won 1 set of 4 tickets.
Thank you.
You've been lenient this morning,
I'm
right?
being extremely generous.
You're being generous. Let's take one more caller. Lotus, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Nalini.
And which part of KZN are you in, Nalini?
Maritzburg.
Peter Maritzburg. You're going to drive all the way down from Maritzburg to come to the show?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. All right, here we go. Here comes your question.
Your question is, name one of the dance group featured on the program.
Karen Nikers.
That's good enough.
That's good enough. You've won 1 set of 4 tickets. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Ray.
All right, so we'll see you at the show next Saturday, all right?
Definitely.
There we go. Thanks, Nalini. Stay on the line. Shania and Nalini, our 2 winners, getting 4 tickets each this morning. Sanj will get your details in a while. It's 22 minutes to 10. Just a reminder of those outlets again. Memsubs, Instar Collections, AA Video, Golden Jewelers, J Studio and Pushevs, and that's where you can get your tickets from. Only 10 Rand for grandstand seating and 30 Rand for reserved ground seating. It'll be an absolute blast.
Right, your answers to your GK question and your cryptic clue. GK, when Vesuvius erupted on the 24th of August AD 79, 2 Roman towns were destroyed. One was Pompeii. What was the other? In fact, we've just confirmed that there were 3 towns that were destroyed. One was
Porky
Pompeii.
seems to think so as well.
What is his response?
You reckon one of the towns was called Down Under?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and the second town would have been Atlantis.
Uh-huh. There's a genius for you.
Yeah.
But the answers we were looking for was Herculaneum and Strabia. Those were the 2, and we had correct answers from Tabi Lakan of La Mercy, Ravi Governor of Durban, Mr. SV Radio from Zinto, Mr. MR Radio from Zinto, and Ranjiv Maharaj of Reservoir Hills.
What were those 2 names again, Ray?
Herculaneum and Strabia.
Yeah, Porky knew those answers. He just couldn't pronounce them or type them out.
Okay, and your cryptic clue. After second small scotch, the skill is to appear steady. Now, second, you take the letter...
Porky sent through his response.
And his response is?
As expected.
Yeah.
The clue was one word, 10 letters.
That's right.
And the clue read...
after second small scotch, the skill is to appear steady.
He says one of two answers.
Yeah, Johnny Walker.
No,
yeah.
Inebriated.
Yeah.
With 10 letters.
And talking about Johnny Walker, the film star Johnny Walker passed away this week after a long illness.
That's tragic. But he must have been pretty old, isn't it?
He was pretty old, as well as Bob Hope, who passed away at the age of 100.
100, well. Yeah. That's sad news to the movie world, both in the western and eastern side.
Okay, inebriated, and the second response?
Tananaz.
Tananaz. Yeah, you can add a couple of nerves there to get to 10 letters.
Yeah.
But the way to figure this out is the clue for second is S. Small in Scotch is wee, so you get S-W-E-E. The, T-H-E. Skill is art. So S-wee, the art gives you sweetheart, which means steady. And we had correct answers from Praveen Shem of Port Deguza, Dr. Vish Ramdale of Reservoir Hills, and Mr. M.R. Reddy of Mzento. Congratulations and well done to you.
Right, it's time now for your dedications this morning, and there's quite a few to go through. If you want to communicate with the Weekend Liftoff or the Weekend Touchdown shows, you're most welcome to email us on ray@lotusfm.co.za. Alternatively, you can fax us on the Durban number 3625202. And whilst we're doing the correspondences, you can also send through your Bollywood lookalike. We'll keep it open until Wednesday, Thursday this week. Ray, is that a good idea?
Yeah, until Friday, in fact.
Until Friday. We'll give you an opportunity of entering the Bollywood lookalike competition for the Digimax National Women's Day Carnival. Remember, we got a fantastic hampers up for grabs. You can send that off to Lotus FM Bollywood lookalike competition, private bag 1337 Durban 4000. Alternatively, you can drop them off personally at the SABC in Durban. That's 100 Old Fort Road.
Just before the dedications, the Tongaat Beach senior citizens are holding a jumble sale and a food stall at the corner of Genozana Road and Watson Highway. This is from 8 o'clock this morning. Please support them if you live in the area or are driving past. On to the dedications for today. Firstly, happy birthday to triplets. That's Honey, Ashni and Kitty. This comes from the Bhan Prakash family.
Ray, you want to carry on? I'm just going to get a few of my messages.
Okay, happy birthday to a very special lady. This is to Salia Bibi Bandekar of Ottery. Comes from your husband Nazir and your children as well. Happy birthday to Sapna Nirvana Rambhavan of Midrand, from Sanam Nishal, Mam Shanita, Vikash, as well as Alshin. And then from the United States, a dedication to parents. That's Devi and Siva of Westham in Phoenix. Love and best wishes to family and friends from Leanne Marimutu. And she says that she's also missing Uncles Peru and Bala in the U.S. Then to boyfriend Nadeem of Peter Maritzburg, love you from Angel. Happy birthday to Mum Wahida Khan of Peter Maritzburg from Nazrina. Then to Mum Maga Naidu, who celebrated the birthday on Friday the 25th of July. Best wishes from Cheryl, Merrill, Calvin, Don and the rest of the family. Wishing Vashti Williams of Peter Maritzburg all the best for her birthday. Comes from Naveen Badri. And happy birthday to Ramesh Hirulal of Lenasia South. Celebrates his birthday today. Also a belated birthday wish to Michael Hirulal of Peter Maritzburg from Aveen, Karusha, Rishi, Nirasha, Shakila and Mum, that's Mrs. Ramkalya Hirulal.
Right, I've got dedications. Here's one that says, happy birthday greeting that goes out to a very special person, Mosa Mr. B. Ramdin, who turned 75 years today, yesterday rather. God bless him and hope he had a wonderful day. Lots of love from Sherry Mahabir and her mum Vidya out in Peter Maritzburg.
Happy 50th birthday to Mum, that's Shireen Singh of Banoni. Love from Leshev, Vinita and Rakesh.